Snickerdoodles. Today we're going to go over my sequencing warm-up. There are 2 different peak poses that we're going over, and I'm going to do one in each video. So this one, we're working towards the peak pose wheel. For the wheel pose, where you're up and back, curved. I haven't warmed up, so I'm not even going to try. It's not always in my practice to get to that pose, which is why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a challenge. And I wanted to go ahead and get this recorded because I got my 2nd vaccination today, and I can not move my arm very well. So we'll see how this goes. Fortunately, it's just a warm-up. Okay. So, take my socks off. If you will come to Sukhasana, we will get started. You can sit on a blanket or a pillow or a block, whatever will make you more comfortable in this pose. We're going to be seated for a few of these poses, so it might help you. If you want, you can also put blocks under your knees like this, give you some space. Totally up to you. Alright, so let's come to Sukhasana. Allow your hip bones to press into the mat. Lift your spine tall. Breathe. Let's go ahead and take an inhale together, and we will clear out the entire day. It's been a very long day. So inhale. Exhale, sigh out. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, sigh out. Alright. Let's take another couple of rounds of breath. Just bring your attention to your body, how you're feeling, where you're at. Hands in prayer in front of our chest. And on your next inhale, let's bring our arms up overhead. Oh, that's very difficult for me today. Meet overhead, exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms up overhead. And on the exhale, we're going to take a gentle twist. Bring your right hand back behind you. Left hand comes to your knee. Inhale, find length in your back. Exhale, use your hands to push into your knee and twist a little more. Go only as far as what's comfortable for your body. And on your next inhale, let's bring our arms back up. Meet overhead, come down in front of our chest. Exhale. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, let's twist to the left. Left hand goes down behind you on the floor. Right hand to your knee. Inhale, find length in your spine and drop your shoulders. Exhale, release into the twist a little more. On your next inhale, you can bring your arms back up. Exhale, allow your arms to drop to your knees or the fronts of your shin, whatever is more comfortable for you. And we're going to go into a couple of seated cat-cows. So inhale, lean forward, chest pointed open. Exhale, go back, allow your heart to kind of push towards your back, arcing your back like you would in cat if you were on your hands and knees. Inhale, lean forward, heart open. Exhale, press back. And then let's move into some Sufi grinds so we can warm up the rest of the back and our sides. So inhale, when you come forward, swing around and start circling. Exhale, move back, continue to arch into your back like you were in cat pose. And then just continue your circle, inhaling forward, exhaling back, and move at your own pace, whatever your breath needs. Let's reverse the circle. I like to use my hands to push my knees away when I get to the opposite side of where I'm at from my knee, if that makes sense. Alright, slowly make your circle smaller and come up until we're back in Sukhasana. Let's take one round of breath. And then uncross your legs and come into Baddha Konasana, which is butterfly pose. I'm going to move my pillow. You can stay on whatever you're on if you are sitting on something. Press your palms of your feet together. I like to hold my feet. You can hold your shins or your knees, whatever is more comfortable for you. Place blocks under your knees if needed. And then inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, let's fold forward, letting your heart lead. Gives you some length in the back of your spine, the lower part of your spine. Inhale, come back up. And now, bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Let's come into tabletop. In tabletop, your wrists are going to be below your shoulders, knees below your hip sockets. You can go ahead and keep your toes tucked or untucked, whatever is comfortable for you in this. And then we're going to move into puppy pose. So bring your hands forward on the mat, a pretty good distance. Make sure that your knees and hips are still aligned. And then exhale, move down so that your chest comes to the mat. One round of breath. Inhale, push into your forearms and hands to come up. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders so that we're in tabletop again. And then move your foot to the side so that your legs are perpendicular. Inhale, bring your arm up overhead and stretch your right leg out and come into Stargazer pose. You're going to reach the tips of your fingers and toes far away from each other so that you're in a line. Exhale, bring your hand down to the mat and center it in front of you instead of directly underneath your shoulder so that you can raise your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle, thread your left arm behind your right, allow your left shoulder to come down to the mat, and then you can move your right arm forward if that's comfortable for you, and take one round of breath. Bring your hand back in front of your face. Inhale, press down into the mat so that you lift up, unthread your arm, lift it up into one more twist, and then exhale, bring it down to the mat. We're going to do that on the other side, so move your your right foot around, perpendicular to your left leg. Inhale, stretch your left foot out, left arm overhead, come into stargazer. Exhale, hand back down to the mat. Come into tabletop with your left hand in the center. Inhale, bring your right arm up for a twist. Exhale, thread your right hand behind your left arm. Bring your right shoulder down. And then you can stretch your left arm in front of you so that you can stretch out into full thread the needle pose if that's comfortable for you. Hand in front of your face. Inhale, push down so you can lift up. Unthread. Twist one more time. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Go ahead and sit back on your feet for a moment. Bring your hands out in front of you. And let's go ahead and roll our wrists a few times. Inhale back into tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, press down into the mat with your fingers, knuckles, and toes and lift your tailbone up and back. Come into downward dog. Knees bent as much as you need to. It's our first downward dog, so if you need to do some wiggles, walk your dog, whatever's comfortable for you, go ahead and do that. Make sure you keep breathing. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward and walk up to the front of your mat into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press your feet into the ground to roll all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of your chest. And that is all of the warm-up that I have set for this. Next it would go into Surya Namaskar, which we've done on here before. So maybe eventually I'll get all of that put together. But I just wanted to do the warm-up not as rough as what I have recorded before. So I feel like this was a pretty successful one. If you guys can give me feedback, I would appreciate it. So just let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, I'm up to hear them. Thank you. Namaste. Have a good day. And remember to be kind to yourself.